Flash Instincts will discuss the ticker BFLY, otherwise known as Butterfly Network.
I've seen the birth of parenteral nutrition, the evolution of antibiotics, balloon angioplasty and stenting. There's so many changes that I've seen. I've never seen anything quite like this.
For those that don't know, we are not financial advisors, but we do see new tickers, new companies with a different perspective. Perhaps we can enlighten you and share some of our due diligence. At the end of the day, we hope you continue to do your own. Now, this is a ticker that is going to redefine how you look at everything in the stock market. You see, this is about innovation, change, adjustment, disruption, and best of all, the future of biotechnology. Now, ultrasound previously was known to be bulky, big, difficult to transport from point A to point B, and most devastatingly, it was known to be very, very expensive. Huge devices that were extremely expensive, an average cost of nearly $7,000 to $10,000. It even ranges towards $50,000. However, Butterfly Networks has redefined every idea from its predecessors. In fact, it is cementing its own self as a brand. Remember when Netflix came out and previously people thought it was not going to make it? It was a $1 stock and they decided to do video streaming services. Well, if you were to purchase Netflix back then, today you would have been multi-millionaire with just $5,000 invested. Likewise, in the biotech field, there is a big change going on. The future of technology and innovation is entering the medicinal field, the research field. Ultrasound, previously untapped to many, many doctors around the world, is now being accessible through the Butterfly Networks. They have redesigned the way ultrasound works for not only now, but also for the future. Basically, you're able to connect an ultrasound image to reflect on a person's Apple or iPad device through an application. You can now see the pictures of a baby, a picture of a precancerous growth right on your phone. The POCUS system is an application that works hand to hand with the Butterfly Networks and its ultrasound device. Just pause and think about it. Imagine being in a third world country and not being able to go to a big facility that has an ultrasound device. Imagine you're feeling something in the back of your throat and you have no way of seeing if it's something dangerous, hazardous, or not.
We were in the process of getting FDA clearance for our devices, doing the testing, and I noticed a little bit of fullness under the corner of my jaw. And under normal circumstances, I would have just ignored it. Sometimes you get lymph nodes in your neck. I had a little cold, but I realized I have an entire imaging system sitting in my hand. I plugged the probe into my phone, put it up to my neck, and there was that moment of, uh-oh, and I was able to see a large mass that was hiding underneath the angle of my neck. I utilized our cloud, if you will, sent the image to my doctor, who looked at it and said, you need to come home, we need to take a look at this.
So this new point of care device, this ultrasound device by Butterfly Networks, is changing the game. You see, you can be in very small clinics, have access to this small device, which is relatively inexpensive compared to its predecessors, and now find out whether you have a precancerous growth or something negligent or something else. And it just doesn't end there. The range of applications or uses for the Butterfly ultrasound device is just beginning, ladies and gentlemen. This is some new revolutionary technology.
Have a device, you have a pain in your child's stomach or abdomen, you can just point the device, press a button, the image is acquired and sent to your physician via your cell phone, and within 5 minutes, your physician can tell you if there's a major issue or not.
Now I ask you this, do you see this as being part of the future? Well, Cathie Wood and ARK Investment, they surely do. You see, the most significant part about this video is not just understanding what this company is about, but essentially connecting the dots and realizing something in the bigger picture. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. So Butterfly Networks, yeah, they're changing the game in ultrasound, but look at their website. Look at the beautiful colors. Look at the logo, butterfly. Like, think about it. Doesn't that remind you of a company like Tesla something catchy, something right in your face, like Apple, boom. This is what Butterfly Networks has created. Something to get the whole new generation. And once they're hooked, they won't be able to let go.
The device, called the BFLY IQ, can plug directly into an iPhone and opens through an app, a significant upgrade from the current ultrasound technology.
The point of this video is to see, why would you purchase Butterfly Networks? Now, Cathie Wood is known to be a Renaissance woman. She's a legendary investor because her ETFs reflect that of a legend. Her ETFs have grown over 20% year over year. That is very hard to do for any ETF. Now, the interesting part is that during February 15th of 2021, towards the beginning of April of 2021, similar to last year's market correction, on this year in 2021, we had a huge technology sell-off. It was a market correction where a lot of people in the whole world liquidated their assets or shorted positions of technology and biotech related stocks. This is a range from Tesla to Apple to Plug Power to Snowflake. This is big data related. Even biotechnology stocks like CRISPR and, in addition, Butterfly Networks. Now, out of all of these stocks and all of these tickers, why on the peak of this correction during the end of March and towards the beginning of April, why is Cathie Wood purchasing Butterfly Networks out of all the other companies in the world? Why did she purchase $10 million worth of shares within a span of 5 days? Now that is the real question. You see, there is a secret behind it all, and it makes sense. Why is a maverick doing maverick plays? It's sometimes very hard to understand unless you see a bigger picture. Perhaps Butterfly Networks and perhaps Cathie Wood is truly onto something great.
These companies are going to grow into their multiples a lot faster than most investors are now expecting. And so that's a source of confidence for us.
You see, now in the technical analysis, we'll look at the chart real quick. You'll notice that, hey, we have some support levels at the 13.9 region. We also have huge heavy support at 16.5 region, okay? Now, what Cathie Wood did is that, hey, she realized that this was an interesting company. They're doing good on their revenues. They're selling products. They already have started it. They have good funding support from millionaire investors. And it is just the beginning of what is yet to come, perhaps something great beyond our imagination. And for those that are listening to the video, yeah, you guys have caught it at the beginning. So this is a potential big play, long-term investment. Now, Cathie Wood, what she did is she noticed that, hey, a lot of people were buying shares as soon as they hit this mark, and it would instantly go back, rebound all the way to $20. So what she decided to do is, hey, every day near the end of March, towards the beginning of April, she was purchasing Butterfly at the end of market regulation. So as market comes to close, that's when most people have sell-offs. But what she was doing is she was purchasing the shares, okay? During people's sell-off, she was collecting them. So as this ticker Butterfly is correcting, meaning it's retracing from its huge gains, and as it's following the trend of every single company in the NASDAQ and biotech industry, she decided to pull the trigger and buy huge shares, okay? Especially on the $18 to the $16 region, she has purchased most of her shares. Now, today, you're looking at Butterfly Networks on April 7, 2021 at $17, okay? This does not mean you are too late. You are still early to the party. Now, what else makes this place interesting is that it has formed a double bottom. Double bottoms, especially on a bullish wave, especially towards positive momentum, double bottoms are signs of inverse. These are times when people pick up shares and purchase them in a high velocity, in a high volume. And therefore, as people build up, as the stock consolidates in this area, as it goes sideways, more people will come in. And eventually, this double bottom should become a huge, strong support, which in turn will help reverse the company. Now, I'll be honest, the entire stock market has to reverse itself as well, okay? But if we do enter in this double bottom, and if the market correction ends, you are looking at ideal opportunistic gains. Now, the next resistance point where we want to go towards is the $23 range. That's where we want to go towards. And once we shatter that, perhaps we'll make a cup and shatter it, then there is no limit. There is nothing that will stop Butterfly. Also notice that this company has a very low float. Low float are good stocks for the Reddit community, Wall Street Bets community. It's a way to have huge gains without requiring too many purchases. Meaning, if it's low float, you're able to manipulate the percentage of gains. Now, Butterfly is not only good for the new investors, but it's also good for the older ones. For the ones that like growth, steady income, way to innovate or disrupt the entire industry. It's a stock that has best of both worlds. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do more videos on Butterfly as I get more information. This is just a startup. This is just an introduction. And if you like this kind of video, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, and welcome to the Flash Instincts family.
It gives us the ability to make instant decisions, which is critically important in some situations. And I can tell you, as a vascular surgeon fixing aneurysms, the minutes that you save are the difference sometimes between winning and losing that battle.